Good evening, my name is John Green, and today we are doing the hot flash and cold shoulder experiment. We need 3 cups. As you can see, I have 2 cups prepped. One is 8 ounces of water, one is 8 ounces of hydrogen peroxide. Firstly, we are going to look at cup number 1, which is in a clear glass. Pour approximately 1 cup of water. Make note of temperature, which I am using a household mouth thermometer, which doesn't necessarily give the correct and accurate reading, but it gives a close enough variable. So as we can see, 90.6 is the temperature. The next part of this evolution is to add a scoopful of baking soda, approximately a tablespoon, and mix it until mostly depleted or dissolved. So I'm going to add my baking soda.
Just use the same spoon.
Not use the same spoon. Low temperature. So it seems that our water, after mixing in the baking soda, has dropped down below 90 degrees. Now, we are going to add in our tablespoon of citric acid. Now we can see a reaction there of bubbling. I'm going to be placing a lit match, as we can see, down near the bubbling reaction, which, from the production of gases from the chemical reaction between the peroxide and the baking soda and the acid, is producing gas that is causing up push to blow out or deoxygenate the match, dousing out the fire. And the temperature is still too low for the thermometer to read. My apologies for the lack of a proper thermometer. As you can see, there's still a bubbling reaction there between the citric acid and the baking soda. I'm not sure what quite the chemical reaction between the two is, but it seems a lot like baking soda and peroxide, causing a buildup of gas breaking down between the two chemicals, or a reaction, not necessarily breakdown, between the two chemicals. Now it is time to start with cup 2, which is a full cup of hydrogen peroxide, which I'm guessing is not going to read because of the cool temperature on the thermometer, and adding a good, or 1 tablespoon, squeeze of dish soap. With that, I'm going to slightly mix in the solution, not to disturb it or disrupt it, just to make sure it is fully combined. Which I'm going to test with my finger because the thermometer is not working, is actually fairly cold. Lastly, we have cup 3, which is involved with cup 2, which is taking some small amount of water. I'm going to do a half a cup of semi-warm water, and a packet of active dry baking yeast. Without making a huge mess, I'm going to pour them in there. And gently stir to activate the yeast or make a bit of frothing. Pause. So we pause the video. We have a light froth on our yeast and water mixture. And as it is set, we are to take our yeast solution, pour it into the cup with the peroxide and dish soap, and document the observations of any temperature changes, and offer an explanation why you think temperature changed, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to slowly pour that in. Whoa, that's foaming. That is very much foaming. I'm going to move that from the...
I would only put a little bit in. Watch your laptop. Watch your cord.
Yep. A...
Would have only put a little bit in.
Is there a temperature change? Not that I can notice, but there is a mess that I'm going to have to clean. It has seemed to turn into quite a foam. I'm guessing that is an exact mixture of the yeast mixing with the hydrogen peroxide, which also activates the dish soap, causing a very frothy and foamy mess all over my dining room table. Thank you. This has been my apologies about the name, hot flash and cold shoulder experiment. I'm not feeling any heat per se radiate off of the foam that I accidentally just touched, but no burning sensations or anything there. But thank you for joining me on this lovely experiment. Good night.